So make sure you subscribe. Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Davina Oriaki, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing the hair paint wax in the red color. As you can see, it is on my hair right now. I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this, what I learned from it, what I wouldn't do again, what I'm not happy about. So keep watching if you would like to know more, but first, cue the intro. So why did I decide to do this? If you know me, if you're my friend, if you've been following my music, you would know that I have always rocked dark hair. I have never, even when I had loose natural hair, I was transitioning. So even when I had permed hair, when I was wearing weaves and braids, I hardly ever experimented with color. I've always had dark hair, right? In fact, the darker the better. Like, I remember I was using a relaxer that was changing the color of my hair to like chestnut brown, and I just stopped it because I was like, no, my hair is black. So I've always loved dark hair. But so you know what it is? I've been looking at what other lock YouTubers have been doing, and over the past year, so this year, a lot of people have been reviewing the hair paint wax. And I just thought, ooh, I won't have to dye my hair and I can wash it out, and it's easy. You can easily wash it out. It's a water-based product. It doesn't have wax, but it is a water-based product and it washes out really well. I did test it on 3 locks with the purple dye, which I will show you, and I liked it, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do my whole hair red. It was a very bold move, especially because I've never done something like this before, but I'm happy I did, only because I've just never seen myself in a different color hair before. So I'm gonna show you everything I did in the next videos, in the next clips. Yes, English is a bit hard for me sometimes. Hey, so the first thing that I did to avoid any mess, which was inevitable at the end, was to tie this bin bag around my back, and I used it as a cape. I'm such a child, such a child. So I had just finished washing my hair, as you can see, and I was doing a bit of a length check. I was feeling myself. So that is the hair paint wax in red, and I'll just let myself speak here now. Temporary water-based hair coloring solution for those who want to try a new color every day of the week. Easy to apply and wash out. Offers a strong hold with no damage to the hair. Best used on curly texture hair. Color may vary from person to person depending on hair texture and current hair color. Peppermint oil. It's got sunflower oil and almond oil, so it's a mix. And I really like the smell, and I'm going to be using this little brush in silicone to do my hairline, and I'm going to attempt to color my entire hair red. I'm so excited. I am so excited. My hair has become so long. How did this happen? How? Okay. So to start off, I decided to part my hair into 6 sections, and in each section I just braided it to keep it in place. What I did off camera was, because I had just finished washing my hair, I did blow dry it just a little bit, and I had some food to kill some time so that it's not extremely wet, because I did watch reviews saying that it's best to apply on damp hair and not wet hair. So that's how I sussed it out. So here I've put on my gloves, and I am now applying the hair paint wax. So I just take down the braid of one section, and I started applying from the tip up towards the roots. As you can see, I did concentrate on my tips quite a bit, only because I thought that because the tips have more quote unquote dead hair, they would need more attention, and so that's what I decided to do. And as you can see, I did put a lot of product in, only because when I read it, it said that, the
brightness or dullness thereof of the color depends on the hair texture, and it just varies from person to person. So I thought, better safe than sorry. I really want this color to pop, so yeah, I did apply a lot of product. And after I apply the product on one section, I would braid it back and tie it in like a little rough bantu knot to keep it in place, and then start with the next section. And I did that for my entire head, all 6 sections, little bantu knot just to keep it in place. And I did this because of the absence of pins. So this is what my hair looked like right after application of everything. Yeah, it was a lot for me. So I decided to blow dry my hair with the hand dryer first. And then, as you can see, I wasn't very impressed with how much time I knew I was going to have to stay like that. So I got my hooded dryer extension, I attached it to my hand dryer, and I sat under this for I think an accumulation of 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, handy little tool. If you need the link to that, that will be in the description box below. And yeah, this was my hair after some hours of drying. Note, this was about 1 a.m. at night. I just wanted to put that out there for you guys that I did this really late at night.
So I'm gonna leave this hairdryer bonnet on my head and put my own bonnet on top to make sure that there's no leakage when I sleep or bleeding when I sleep. You know what I mean, the transfer of, yeah, we can't have that on these sheets. So that's what I'm gonna do to sleep. So, would I recommend this product? Yes.
Hold up, wait a minute, sister. You know that's not true.
I didn't know what I was saying in that video. I was too quick to judge. I was way too quick to judge. The truth of the matter is, I am never using this product again. But I would say I should have bought more wax in this color. I have another tub in blue and I have another tub in purple. But because I wanted to do my entire head with red, I should have bought 2. I am still experiencing a tiny bit of transfer, as you can see. I am still experiencing that, but I know that as time goes on, it will get better. The first thing was the transfer. I stayed under my dryer and I sat under it for about 3 hours. So 2 hours at night before I went to bed and another hour in the morning. And before that, I did let it air dry for about an hour and a half. So to me, it was enough, but apparently, evidently it wasn't, and it was just getting everywhere and it was really irritating and I hated it. I hated it so much. And so I remember, I think it was exactly 6 days after I had put it on, I was dancing and I let my hair down, and after I finished dancing, I think it was about 14 minutes, I just saw that my arms, my shoulders, my back, my chest was just red, and I was like, it's gotta go. The hair paint wax to me does leave a good finish visually. I think it gets on the hair very well. I like the color that it brought out in my hair. I like, yeah, it just, the red looked pretty. At some point it looks pink, but it was still pretty. It looked pretty. So I washed it out and it was an ordeal, because I know that on YouTube, many YouTubers said that it washes out really well, because the first, the key ingredient here is water. And I kid you not, it took me over an hour to wash it out, and it actually didn't completely wash out. I'll tell you what happened. So I thought I washed everything out. I conditioned, I oiled, I did everything. And then I noticed that, I don't know, like there was just still some residue. And then I noticed that the tips of my locks were still looking red, and it looked like clumps of wax were on the tip of my lock. It was so disgusting. And I was just like, oh my God, how am I going to get rid of this? And so I opted for an ACV rinse, right? And I'll show you what it looks like. Basically, I rinsed it out twice and I'll show you what it looked like. Can you see that there's a tint of red in the water? After I had washed my hair out for over an hour. So no, it doesn't wash out easily. But then again, I think that during the process, I used a lot of wax because I wanted it to be red. I didn't want it to be pink or a muted red because I know that my hair color is dark. And after the ACV rinse, it looked better. So you know what? Let me tell you what actually happened before I decided to do the ACV rinse. My hair was my locks were really disgusting to me. Like the clumps of wax were really getting to me, and so I decided to snip off the locks that had wax residue. I have them in here actually. I kept the locks because I really wanted to show you what I'm talking about. So it is a combination of the residue from the wax, maybe my conditioner, I don't know, I really don't know, but I know that part of the residue was fluff from my teddy coat, and because I wasn't careful, I just left my locks on my teddy coat, and it's something that I've learned not to do, but I'll leave that for another video. I'll talk more about that in another video, but this is basically what it looked like. Can you see how disgusting that is? I hope you can see it. I cut off 4 lock tips and before I decided to do the ACV rinse. And then after I did the ACV rinse, I found out that one particular lock was just icky. It just had all sorts of things inside still. And that's because I learned something about my ACV rinse as well, that ACV actually brings out the buildup from inside out. So sometimes it actually doesn't come out into the water. Sometimes it just rises to the surface, so it's more noticeable. Shout out to Emmanuel for teaching me that. I had no idea. And so I was looking at this lock, and the rest of my locks looked fine. I was just like, I can deal with this. It looks good. But then there was one particular lock, and I was just like, at first, I cut the tip and I started combing it out. And when I was combing it out, I saw like red dust, red flakes. I was like, what is this? What is this? And so, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to cut off the lock. Yes. I decided to cut off the whole thing because it was just icky. And I was just like, you know what? Putting on the hair paint wax brought my attention to what I have been doing wrong, which I will talk about in another video. But I just wasn't keeping my hair away from lint because a lot of the buildup I was seeing was lint, dust, and not necessarily product. So long story short, I wouldn't use this, especially because many YouTubers said that it washed off really easily. I thought, it's not that bad. But the truth of the matter is there's 2 sorts of waxes in here. Carnauba wax and beeswax, and there's cetyl alcohol in here. There's licorice. Why did I put this in my hair? But because I just thought, all the other YouTubers said it was fine, it will be fine. I would never use this again, which is a shame because I bought this color in particular. I bought this color because for my EP that is due to be released summer 2021, I really wanted to do the EP cover as my locks all blue. I really wanted to do it, and I don't want to bleach my hair. So that's why I thought, this is fantastic. But it did my hair a madness. For the first time ever, I never thought about it, but I actually wanted to brush out my locks. I was just like, what is all of this? But I'm fine now. I'm fine. I've cut off the ones that are a problem. The rest are fine. I now know what to do to keep that from happening. I know what to avoid, which I will talk about in another video. So make sure you keep an eye out on my channel for that. And yeah, so that is my honest review about the hair paint wax. If you want to try it, go for it, but I wouldn't do it again. And you know the funny thing, when I put it on just 3 locks, it wasn't bad. Because I remember I just put it on 3, the purple color, and just 3, and it was fine. It washed out really well. But I think that is also because I didn't put a lot of product. But because I was using 1 jar on my entire head, I put a lot of product. I didn't even have enough product. It finished by the time I got to the back, and the back, like, it's funny, but the back of my locks had the most residue, and I think it's because of, as I said, what I had been doing previously to that, at least a year before that, that contributed to that rubbish. And now I know better. I wouldn't do it again. But would I use this product again? No, 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 no. I will not do it. Especially the transfer, the washing out, the everything. I was just like, this is not worth the look. The pictures were cute. I looked cute. I looked cute in those pictures, but the stress is too much. And now I literally cut off a whole lock because of how much ickiness was going on. So it's not worth it. I wouldn't recommend it. And that is my honest review about the hair paint wax. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, comment. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you want to use the hair paint wax, let me know. Let me know down in the comments below. What is your experience with the hair paint wax, if you've used it before? And yeah, that is all I have to say, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my other videos, because I have more videos around this channel that you should definitely check out. I know you want to. This fine face, you want to keep seeing it. I know.